Thanks, Matt. Well, those numbers are definitely a reminder that the dog days of summer are certainly here. That unforgiving heat stretching across the country, impacting millions. Covering East Alabama, now at 11, some programs that help with housing and community development in Gadsden are dealing with a loss of funding. More jobs are coming to Alabama as the state's automotive industry keeps on growing. A parts company for electric cars has announced leaders will invest millions of dollars to expand operations in Auburn. What we know so far is that this Lux Ultra Lounge, a pretty popular spot downtown, was engulfed in flames just maybe about 15-20 minutes ago. A 12-year-old boy is in the hospital this morning after being shot in the back in East Birmingham. Now, it happened just after 3 Friday afternoon. That cause of the helicopter crash is still under investigation. Several agencies will be looking to this, including NTSB. And as we learn more details, we will share those with you as well. New now at 11, a big announcement that's shaking up the steel industry. U.S. Steel announcing this morning it has been acquired by Japanese company Nippon Steel for $14.9 billion. What's going on, Mickey? Yeah, I have just learned that I am 100 feet in the air with my good friend James Davis, who's going to be my good friend because he'll get us back home safely here. James, thank you for being with us today. So he is available for adoption.
Yes, he is.
Okay, well, let's try to find Lars a good home today if that's possible.
Yes,
so,
we're open 1 to 5.
Okay, excellent. 1 to 5. Now, for people that want more information about Empty the Shelters, where can they go for that? And just how important is something like that for what you all do at the Humane Society? I'm here with my son, Brandon. We are at the Alabama Swim School at 24E in Pelham. And my good friend, Raphael, over here is teaching some of the kids how to swim. And we actually really learned a really cool tidbit about how carrot cakes came to be.
Yes.
Apparently from our First Alert meteorologist, Fred Hunter.
Yeah.
We have 2 different scenes here. This is outside of that club at the 900 block of 5th Avenue North, Club Aria there on that corner. That area sort of there is where the first shooting happened. That's where we believe that 5 people in total were shot. Now, this is outside of the UAB hospital emergency room. This is one of the vehicles that was shot, that UAB police car. This is actually the home right here where that 9-year-old was hit earlier this morning. This all happening around 2:30 a.m. That 9-year-old was transferred to Children's Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Typically, when you think of someone trying to break in and steal things out of your car, you think they're trying to steal a few different things, particularly maybe electronics you left out, like your camera, or maybe you left your wallet or your cell phone, or maybe even you had something in your back seat, like your laptop that you left out. You think they're trying to break in and steal those things, but the thieves in these cases, according to the victims, are actually going to their glove boxes. Well, summer's end may be nearing, but that doesn't mean the fun has to stop. That's why Cece Pearson from Baby Palooza is joining us with some cool events that are coming up. And Cece, it's always good to see you, especially as a parent. You know, we need things to do with our kids. Cece, what kind of stuff can you tell us about? So this is what you're going to want to do Saturday night. You're going to come out here to Protective Stadium for the Birmingham Legion. They're hoping to score a lot of goals. Their opener is here tomorrow night. We'll tell you all about it here on Goody Extra after the break. Beautiful plate in front of us right now that sort of represents both West and East Africa, and we're going to talk a little bit about this. We're inside of Jumbo Grill right now. We want to talk first to Maya Spivey, the person who's behind this festival that's happening. Maya, thank you so much for being with us today.
Hey, how you doing?
Take some more lessons. For now, reporting from Montebello, Jonathan Skinner, WBRC Fox 6 News, on your side. We're on Johns Road right now, where 96 acres or so here in West Jefferson County were impacted by a fire that happened yesterday. If you look over here, you can see some of the residue, what was left over from that fire. Thankfully, no injuries reported, but Hueytown Fire does have reason to believe, they say, that this fire was started purposefully, and that causes some great concern for some of the residents that we spoke with who live near and around this area. Of course, many residents want answers as to why this happened.
This is really our main transport. When I leave every day to go to work, I go this way. When I come home, I come this way. Dry as it is and windy as it's been lately, like I say, I'm within a mile of this location, probably a little closer. That's the last thing I want to do is lose everything that I own.
But when you see homes and you intentionally ignite a fire that you know has the potential to get there, that's insane.
One of the residents we spoke with says that they have a local business that has surveillance camera footage. They'll be sharing that with investigators to hopefully find the person or persons responsible for this. But again, no injuries reported and the fire is contained. So those are the positives of the situation right now. Reporting from Western Jefferson County, Jonathan Skinner, WBRC Fox 6 News, on your side.
The bracelet, really, I mean, it was a lifesaver, I'll put it that way.
Pell City resident Edith Word says that she got the location transmitting lifesaver bracelet for her now late husband Harvey after a scary few hours when he went missing.
before my husband was actually diagnosed with Alzheimer's, he was a big walker. And one day he decided to go a different way, or explore, and got himself lost. And it took me almost 2 hours to locate him.
When she finally brought him back home safely, her family and friends told her about the Lifesaver project and the bracelet. She says it brought a sense of security to her, their children, and even Harvey. To get the bracelet, she contacted her local sheriff's department, who connected her with the project. Corporal Kent Smith with the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency says it's a vital tool in search and rescue missions, especially when every hour, minute, and second could be the difference between life and death.
The average search without a bracelet on nationwide was 9 hours, but with someone with the bracelet on operating properly, the search was only 30 minutes.
The bracelet uses radio frequencies unique to each person, so as rescue teams on the ground or in the air are getting closer and closer to a lost person, a chirping sound
It gets louder and louder, and that's actually how we're able to pinpoint exactly where it is.
like in this demonstration where the law enforcement officer acts as a person lost but with the bracelet, and about 15 to 30 minutes later, he's found and onto safety.
My ultimate goal is to make sure that all of these families realize what they have access to with these devices.
It's a device that brought tranquility to Edith and the Word family during the final years of her husband's life.
It was a peace to know that if he should wander, he would be found.
Jonathan Skinner, WBRC Fox 6 News, on your side.